Hey there, it's Kathy Howes with Be Creative with Kathy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today I just wanted to show you some projects from Paper Pumpkin. Now, if you're not familiar with Paper Pumpkin is a kit that you subscribe to. It comes in the mail. It kind of reminds me of Jelly of the Month Club, only way better because I'm not a jelly fan. But anyway, so you get this kit. This month's kit made all these little cards. You get all the bits and pieces in there. You get a stamp set. You get an ink spot. You get everything you need. But did you know that Paper Pumpkin has a blog? So if you go to paperpumpkin.com and you go along the top and you click on blog, you can scroll down, and when you see a picture that looks something like this, and you might have to click on the picture that looks like this first, but then anyway, you get something like this with these 3 extra alternative projects, and then you click on the picture, you get more information or all the instructions. Sorry, I had a little squirrel moment, but you get all the instructions to make these projects. And this little project was brought to my attention yesterday. We had a team meeting and someone said, look how cute that box is. And then I'm like, well, how did they make that box out of the Paper Pumpkin kit? And I figured it out. So that's real quick. I'm going to just show you how they made this box. Okay, so in your kit, which looks like this, there should be an envelope down here somewhere. I'm going to dig, here's an envelope here. So we're going to take an envelope out. I've been playing a little bit with my kit and I need to finish it up, but I'm not in any hurry, so I'm going to play a little bit more. So then with my bone folder, I'm going to take my envelope apart and I'm going to be really careful and just kind of slide it along. See how where it's got the put together or folded here? I'm going to separate my envelope just like they said in the instructions to do. And then let's do the same on this side. Being careful, I don't want to tear it or have any like rough edges. And if you're really careful and like I use my bone folder like that, look, now we have the envelope all taken apart. Now, I'm sure if you watch Paper Pumpkin, you've seen all the alternatives, and they take this and cut this paper down and do all kinds of stuff and use it just like designer series paper. However, we're going to turn it this way, and we're going to fold it on those score lines again, and we're going to make our envelope now inside out. Like this. Now, there's a thing, or used to be a thing, called a Box-elope. Have you ever made a Box-elope? They were popular a long time ago with Stampin' Up! And so I'm going to call this a Box-elope, because really it's more like a box, but you use your envelope to make a Box-elope. Now we're going to use our envelope to make a Box-elope. Okay, so where this little seam was before, we're going to put our envelope together again, only now it's got that pretty yellow instead of that white. And I'm going to use tear and tape. Now, I think this tear and tape might have even been from a past Paper Pumpkin kit. I'm pretty sure December 2022. Let me do this so I make sure I get it where I want it. We got tear and tape in our Paper Pumpkin kit. So I'm going to just take tear and tape and put it back where I took that envelope apart before. I'm even going to use my bone folder here, make sure it's nice and adhered, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I wonder, nope, I was going to say maybe I should have taken that part off, but I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to just keep going. Now, I'm going to take your pick tool here and get those backings off. Boy, I got him, oh, here we go. I was going to say I got him down there really, really tight, but there we go. Now, if we just take our envelope, fold that back up, and fold this over, and now we have a brand new yellow envelope. Alrighty, then the instructions say we need to score along 3 sides of our envelope. So I'm going to first score along the bottom here, and it says 3/4 inch. So I'm going to use this side. Let me make sure you can see this side of my paper trimmer, and I've got my cutting blade up out of the way. I'm going to use that light gray, which is the scoring blade. I'm going to put the bottom of my envelope along here at 3/4 of an inch, and carefully I'm going to score my envelope there. Then we're going to do the same thing to each side. And I'm going to, like I said, carefully go all the way along, even through the flap up here. And then turn it over and do, and the reason I turn it over is because this is a nice flat side. We want that side against the top of our trimmer. And I'm turning that over. I'm going to score on this side, and now I have all three sides of my envelope all scored. See how I did that? Can you see those score lines? You might have to just trust me. Okay, now let's just take and fold on those score lines. There we go. We got the last one. And then I am going to go ahead. Oh, I did already fold on my, there we go. I thought maybe I didn't fold there. Okay, so now we're going to take, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of pinch it here and get those bottoms, the bottom of the bag, the envelope I guess it is, like such, and get this down here and pinch these in here. There we go. And now it's starting to make the shape of a box. And see how I pinch these envelopes? Now I'm going to lay it here and take my bone folder and make those a nice point down here. See how I did that? And now it's got that nice point there. One more time, make sure it's nice. And we got that fold on there. So now we have the bottom of our box. It looks like that. Let's pinch this fold line, or this score line, this one, and then pinch these in a little bit, and then fold this down, and looky there. We have a cute little box, just like that. Now we have wonky things down here that we need to get rid of, but hang on, I'm gonna make sure these are nice and crisp corners and folded down. And then I'm gonna just take a simple glue dot, which you probably, well, you do have in your kit too, but I'm going to just take a roll here. It's a little bit simpler. And take that glue dot from the roll and put it right here on that point. And let's see if that's enough. On my last box, I used the tear and tape on that point, but it was a pretty awkward. So this time, put my fingers inside the box and press that down. And looky there. Now you have that nice little corner. Let's do this one too. I think the glue dot's easier even than the tear and tape on the bottom, and it seems to be doing a really good job. So let's go over here and lay, get out of the way here, lay that glue dot and press that down. And look, the box is big enough that you can put your hand in there and get that nice. And now look how nice my little box sits up, just like that. Then you take this and you pinch these sides in here and you fold it down and you have a cute little box. Now, they showed the box to be with this ribbon, and they used a little turtle and a sunshine out of the box. I did mine a little bit different. I used some of that mesh, what is this stuff called? Metallic mesh ribbon. I love this stuff when tying bows because it's easy to tie, but it gets lots of volume. So this is what my little box, let me get my little tag out there. Like that. Look how cute with that mesh ribbon on there. I just took a little bit of baker's twine, and really this color is one that I don't use very often, and it looks really nice there. So I have a lot of that. And then this punch and shoot. I should have looked at what the name of this punch is. I took my stamp set from the kit, and I think you can see I partially inked it up, so I only inked up 2 of the 3 flowers and stamped that down. I use my little Stampin' Right markers to color it. Since it's so small, the Stampin' Right markers I think work better. And then that little hello, let's see if I can show you on the stamp set, is here in this, see that little tiny hello there? It's almost small that you can't even see it. Now, here's my tip of the day, and let's see if this helps you out. If you have, see, there's my little thing is not staying with tear and tape. You got to put a glue dot on there. Anyway, this punch here looks like this. Now, if you struggle with this punch, trying to get those little dots lined up to where it looks perfect on your little tag, let me show you what you need to do. You need to take your cardstock, this is not the right piece of cardstock. I don't want to use that. Here it is. Here's a scrap. That one is a perfect square for another project. But I would take, well, in fact, that's what I did with mine to get my little spot or little hole. There we go, where I want it. Is I took, nope, I don't want to do it this way. My paper here, making sure that it's not through this area up here. It's only where that little hole is. See how the paper, and you punch it like this, and then you go back with the punch this way, and you can see where that hole is and where it's going to punch. And then when you punch it out like this, you get that hole perfect where you want it every time. So that's just a tip when you're using this punch. I wish I could remember. I should have written down which punch this is. It's escaped mind. I'll put it down in the description. I'll go look it up. But anyway, that's what I did. In fact, you know what? I'm going to put a glue dot here. Excuse me. Really quick on my little box and fix that little corner that will not. Did you see that? My glue dot went flying. Wait, here he is. He's stuck up here. He just popped off and went flying. There we go. We'll put him down here and then fix that bottom. There we go. Now my bottom stays on that one. And then here's the other one that now I'll go make a tag and add a bow. So there you go. So maybe when you have a chance, you go check out Paper Pumpkin's blog, see all of those other projects they did for all the other kits, prior kits. And if you ever have any questions or want to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin and need help, you be sure and let me know. I'd love to be your demonstrator. There you go. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here Monday about 1:30 for another Facebook Live. Take care. Bye-bye.